I didn't notice that I had a hot temper until I got with Jeezy. And here's a person who is my equal and I really respect. And when I would spew some of my old habits, and he was like, like, who? That's not flying here. And also, it would trigger him to come back at me with things where I was like, who the f*** do you think you are? But I was triggering him. But he never told me to fix my temper. I just saw it and I thought, unless I want to stay in this place where I lose this person I love and I stay in my comfort zone of doing what I want to do and function the way I have for the last 40 years where nobody else had to stop me.
Which obviously has done quite well for you.
Right, I could have. But this was something greater that I wanted. And also a great challenge to myself to say, what if, now that I know it exists and the dragon's there, what if I got rid of that? How do I kill that dragon or store it in its place so that it never creates havoc? Good. Okay, first off, I want to say thank you to everybody who I might have confused earlier. Thank you so much for being here, because today is a really important day that I wanted to talk to you guys, because I get questions in my DM all the time about human trafficking. And it's not something that I get to talk about all the time if it's not through a documentary or if it's not through a podcast. I don't get to talk about it here. And so today's really exciting to me because I've been wanting to share a really, really cool project that I just did with the IOM, which is the UN migration. And I also want to teach you guys about human trafficking and how we can all work together to join forces on World Trafficking Day that is coming up this July 30th, which is why I wanted to bring this to attention now. So I want you to know, first off, welcome to the conversation. Thank you for being a part of this with me. And I see you guys have questions, Breezy, I got you. I'm gonna make sure to catch your guys' questions so we can talk about this together. So the first thing I wanna say is, trafficking is something that is really difficult for people to talk about or understand. And so everybody who is joining the conversation right now, thank you for being a part of this so that we can get an understanding of it together. And before I let my guest in, I just want you to know that I've been an advocate to fight human trafficking for about 15 years. And every single year, this enterprise of dark crime has only grown. It has not ceased, it's only exploded, especially now with ways of communicating like Instagram, TikTok, the internet altogether. And so it's become a really scary place. And as the country has so much more, so many more areas, like so many more countries and areas, from Atlanta to Los Angeles, it just gets more busier and bustling because I live out there. It just becomes easier for trafficking to happen in plain sight. And so that's why it's so imperative that we talk about it today so that we understand.
Jeannie Mai and Jeezy are calling it quits. Yeah, you heard me right. Jeannie Mai and Jeannie Mai and Jeezy are calling it a quit. And it was the Grammys nominated artist who fired the file for divorce. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Jeezy, whose real name is Jane Wayne Jenkins, pulled the plug on the marriage. The move comes more than 2 years after he and the co-host tied the knot during an intimate ceremony in Atlanta on the 27th March of 2021. The outlet reports Jeezy filed the paperwork in Fulton County Superior Court. In the court's document obtained by the Journal-Constitution, the rapper says he has been separated from Mai and they have been prenuptial agreement. And they have a prenuptial agreement. He's seeking joint legal custody of their daughter, Monaco, whom the couple welcomed in January 2022. Mai and Jeezy were first linked in January 2019, and a source confirmed their relationship to ET in April 2019. They made things official in Instagram in September 2019 and have continued to post pics together ever since. After nearly a year in dating, Mai and Jeezy became engaged in March 2020 at the rapper's Los Angeles home. In a statement to police, Mai's rep said Jeezy was initially going to pop the question during a trip to Vietnam, but changed his plans when the vacation was cancelled due to coronavirus. By pop a question, you know what I mean. Jeezy was going to propose, but he had to cancel or change the plans due to the vacation that was cancelled due to the coronavirus. You all remember the pandemic that hit us back in the 2020 era. Prior to Jeezy popping the question, Mai told ET that she and Jeezy were in quarantine together. And this is what she quoted. We look at each other at this time of quarantine like, yep, if we can't do this, we are gangsters. That's what she had to tell ET at the time. And she said that they were doing amazing. I am super introvert, meaning I love quality conversation, I love intimacy, I love thoughtful presence for one another. So this is a dream for me and it allows me to focus on where or how to support people who need it out there, she added, noting that she learned Jeezy is such an inspiring person to be around. In September 2021, the couple announced they were expecting their first child together, and she gave birth to the daughter Monaco that following January. Jeezy is also dad to 3 other children, Jadarius, Shehem, and Amra, from previous relationships. For their wedding that was in March 2021, the couple invited Vogue along for the ride, and the fashion magazine captured Mai looking stunning in a custom nude Galia lavared wedding gown with a corset top detailed with a plique and a billowing skirt. The terms can be so tough, but bear with me. She completed the look with a handmade headpiece with 15-foot Galia lava veil and diamond and Morganate dropping earrings created by Rosalina Leidster. For his part, Jeezy donned a Bescope champagne blush suit designed by his favorite tailor, Tefilo Flo and stylish Chris Shelby. Nearly 3 months after their intimate wedding, Mai shared with ET why being married to Jeezy felt 1,000% different. And this is how she quoted, "Oh my God, married life feels 100% different than when we were dating in the greatest way. I loved our dating life because we really spent such concentrated quality time getting to know each other and making sure that we were right for each other. And now being married is even more handled with such delicacy and such thoughtfulness because we are in our 40s and we both grew up in households that were different, that weren't healthy marriages. We have never seen what looks like this." That was according to the statement that she gave to ET, saying that she preferred more their dating life than their marriage life because during the dating life she had the chance, or they had the chance, to learn more about each other, but considering that they were married, things were a bit different. So yeah, we bring you the news to telling you that Jay-Z and Mel have officially divorced and they are no longer together. But they still hold custody of their child, Monaco, and we'll be bringing you more and more news as more story continue to pop about the couples. Make sure like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube channel, Vibe City News. I've been your host, Alestin Mandela.